Today we're checking back in with Solana's Sol coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see Sol go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back into Solana's Sol coin chart, guys. If you're looking to buy Sol or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And I want to remove sort of all our analysis from previously because it is, in my opinion, time to sort of re-baseline this chart. So what are we looking at the moment? Well, we're looking at a Sol value of $64, as you can see over here. And what does that mean at the moment? Well, it means it's at the lowest it has been certainly since all the way back over here in August of 2021. It's no secret that we are now in a bear market. So where does that leave us from a resistance, from a support point of view, and from a directional point of view? Well, first and foremost, we are clearly sitting at a point of major support right now. Our last, I suppose, sort of bounce point I'd suggest, which was major, is this $59 sort of $60 mark. And that is right here. It looks like basically we're bouncing off that point right about now. So major support for us, as you can see here. And you can see quite clearly since our last little peak, we are tracking towards that point relatively quickly. Although we have, tried to break out, it would appear, on a few separate occasions, although it looks like those attempts, I suppose, have been relatively unsuccessful so far. So let's put a channel in place. We can see this is probably how the channel is looking at this point in time, moving in a downwards direction. Now it's moving straight towards that key point of support sitting at the $59-58 mark. As you can see, as I extend this out a little bit more, you can see that we're coming to a point. Now this is going to be a point where either we're going to break upwards or we're going to break downwards. So really, we've got to watch what happens over the next few days relatively carefully. If we're able to break upwards, where will we be going? Well, the next point of resistance for us is probably sitting at about this $77 mark, maybe slightly higher, maybe at about $81. Now, as you can see, as we zoom out, that was a major point of resistance for us historically as well. So I'd say this is probably the most significant point for us at this point in time. I'm just going to shift it down to $80. But we've only just recently dropped through there, although not on gigantic volume or anything like that. People are very uncertain at this point in time, and unfortunately that means people will not be buying. We're in a bear market. It is what it is. Worst case scenario, where are we falling down to? Well, the next major point of support is down here. And it's basically where we tried to break out in the past, sitting at roughly about $48. So I'm going to put a line in place there just to reflect that information. As you can see, zoom in on that and you can see it's not actually too far off where we currently are sitting at $64. Let's have a look at a few other indicators. So first and foremost, we've got our moving averages here. You can see our 20-day moving average recently crossed below our 50-day moving average, indicating that in the short term at least we are in a downtrend. We certainly have seen we are in an overall downtrend for, quite some time now, unfortunately, but that is to certainly continue by the looks. Nothing much going on with our 200-day moving average at the moment. You can see the current values of each is $87 for the 20-day, $101 for the 50-day, and $139 for the 200-day moving average. So not looking too shabby with regards to those, although we're under both of them unfortunately, and we did see a cross. Let's have a look at a few other indicators as well. RSI first and foremost. And what the RSI is showing us is we're at a point where we're oversold now. The RSI dipped to a low value of 25.44 in the oversold range the other day on the 9th of May. Right now it's sitting at 29.45, so we're still in that oversold region. That means we have, come from that peak where we're overbought. It's now oversold, so likely we should be going up in the next move in the not too distant future. So lining things up here, I'd expect that obviously unless something major occurs, we should bounce upwards and I'd suggest we're probably going to track in this sideways channel a bit like that. I don't think we're going to see anything crazy like an upwards move straight through those key points of resistance. MACD wise, let's have a look at that one. You can see these two lines are still trending relatively parallel to each other, so it doesn't look like there's any turnaround in store there. This red period continues to unfortunately extend, and it started all the way over here on the 8th of April. You know, the downturn and the death cross occurred at that point in time as well, so not looking fantastic on the MACD, and it doesn't look like there's any turnaround really coming in the near future. So all in all, where would I suggest it's going? Well, I'd say best case scenario, we're not going to be moving upwards. Best case scenario, we break out of this downtrending channel and move sideways between two key points, the $81 mark and of course our current support at the $59 mark. That is, I think at this point in time, unfortunately, best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we drop through our key point of support at 59, and I think we're going down to that $48 mark. That wraps up today's analysis on Solana's Solcoin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video as well, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.